Hello students, today I am going to discuss some sample MCQs, multiple choice questions with you from the chapter 1 of um, power plant engineering. Okay, chapter 1 is our sources of energy. From that I have collected such questions and you also find out other questions. The options may vary. Okay, you should prepare for the questions which will be asked in your exam. So these are some sample questions, you should go through it. Okay, the first question, now read this question. What is the first question? Which is an example of solid fuel? Okay, these are the options. The options may be varied in your exam. These are the options I have given. Okay, you should prepare accordingly to find out all the options which will be asked. You should find out the answer from that. Okay. Now, which is an example of solid fuel? This is benzol, producer gas, alcohol, charcoal. Benzol and alcohol are liquid fuels and producer gas is the gaseous fuel. So, charcoal is the right answer, that is the solid fuel. Okay. Next is which is an example of liquid fuel? Liquid fuel, as I have told you already, here the options are benzol, producer gas, charcoal, coke. This charcoal and coke are solid fuels and benzol is the liquid fuel. Producer gas is the gaseous fuel, I have already told you. So benzol is the liquid fuel. The right answer is benzol. Then comes here, which is an example of gaseous fuel. Now see this, wood. The options are wood, peat, petroleum, natural gas. Okay, wood, peat, these are your solid fuels and petroleum is your liquid fuel. Here gas is given already, so it is gaseous fuel. The right option is D, that is natural gas, which is the example of a gaseous fuel. Next question is our which is a natural source of solid fuel. Which is a natural source of solid fuel? As we have already discussed, there are two sources. One is the primary or natural source, another is the secondary source. Means from the primary source we will find out the secondary sources of energy. So what is the primary or natural source? Here it is given, the options are coke, charcoal, peat, briquettes. These are all your solid fuels. Okay, from this solid fuel, which is the natural source it is asking. So the answer is peat. Peat is the natural source which is available in the nature, and from this charcoal, coke and briquettes, these are can be derived from this peat. So these are secondary sources and this is the primary or natural source. Next is your which is the natural or primary source of liquid fuel. Here it is given solid fuel. Now for liquid fuel it is which is the natural source. So the options are gasoline, petroleum, kerosene, benzol. All these are liquid fuels. From this, which is the natural source? The natural source is your petroleum. From this petroleum we will find out all these other sources, that is the secondary sources of liquid fuel. Okay. Now let us discuss the question number 6. Now see the question. Which is a natural or primary source of gaseous fuel? Solid and liquid fuel we have already discussed. Now it is which is the natural source of gaseous fuel. It is given petroleum gas, coal gas, fuel gas and natural gas. So natural source is your natural gas. From this gas we can derive all these gases and these are the secondary sources. This is the primary or natural source of gaseous fuel. Okay. Next question is which energy is released by the combustion of chemical fuel? If we burn the chemical fuel, that is your petrol, diesel, everything, then which energy will be released? The options are electrical, mechanical, heat and none of the above. We have already knew that when we burn some fuel or combustion of any chemical fuel will occur, then heat energy will be developed. That is the option C, which is correct answer. Next one is the main constituents of natural gas. Which is the main constituents of natural gas? Natural gas constituents are methane and ethane. So the options are given. A is methane, B is ethane, C is both, and D is none. So we know these two are the natural or main constituents of natural gas. So the answer is both. Next one, question number 9. The calorific value of fuel is expressed in, means the what is the unit of calorific value of any fuel? So what is the unit? We have already discussed in your course, that is kilojoule per kg. Here other options are also there, but the right answer is kilojoule per kg. Next one, the principal element of each chemical fuel. Chemical fuel means any fuel, like your, for example, your liquid fuel, gaseous fuel, and solid fuel. So what is the principal element of each chemical fuel? So the options are carbon, hydrogen, both, none. So carbon, hydrogen, we have already knew that this carbon, hydrogen are the principal elements of any chemical fuel. So the answer is both. In the same way, you have got the options and you have to study, you have to go through your notes, book, then you will be able to answer these questions. Okay. Next, question number 11. The power station run by a manufacturing company for its own use is known as, we have already knew that for own use of any industrial section, the power station is your captive power station. We know the examples in Nalco. You have already visited in the study tour that the power station which is run by a manufacturing company is known as captive power station. These options are there. These 4 options are there, and the answer is captive power station. Next one is your, the commercial source of energy are, which is the commercial source of energy? Options solar, wind, these are the natural sources. So commercial sources, fossil fuel, hydropower, nuclear energy, these are commercial fuels. Okay. So these questions, you go through these questions, and other questions also I will send you in subsequently chapter wise. Okay. Then best of luck for your exam.